Hello, hello. Bidet to all. Bidet. Posting in the Discord. Put it on my Instagram story. And I think I am live everywhere except for the vertical on YouTube, which I just clicked to go live on. So I think we are all good in the hood. Yep. All right. Just took two ibuprofen for my legs after soccer. We are here doing the dang thing. So let's do some hellos. Dragon Drake, hello. Hubert, hello. Bound Bob, aka Lionheart. Blib Glib, I enjoy your name. Sherry Cook, hello, hello. Piratey Steve, Jersey, what's up, guys? Einra, what's up, Big Dog. Daniel, hello as always. The Lettuce Dragon, hello. Mama Hun, hello. You are live. I am, in fact. Bone Dragon, Jaded, Seraph, Megan, Eero, hello. I'm not ready for the 8-week break. We get one more week, right? Or no, is this it? They take off the second. Is this the last one before the 8-week break? I'm not ready. What's up, Trouble? What position do you play? Oh, this is just pickup, so kind of all over the place. You just kind of move around. I've been playing wing, and then I'll move towards the center some, and then sometimes I'm falling back and playing defense, and yeah. What's up, David? What's up, Vlad? What's up, Flying Feathers? Is this the first time I've seen Flying Feathers? That's not a name I recognize. What's up, Anonymous? It should be it, I think. Yeah, that's tragic. Wild Mother, hello, hello. Looking forward to the big finish of the Convergence. Yes, Tabasco, what's up? Yeah, this should be a good episode. We're also going to get to see the fallout after the death of Tayor. And stuff like that. I mean, so what I'm thinking is going to happen with the rolls that Thimble made is she's going to sneak successfully. She's just not going to find her way out. And she's going to basically be told, like, you can roll again. Like, give me another stealth and another investigation. But the DC is going to go up or something like that. And she'll have to decide to flee or push on. And my bet is that she will flee. That is my prediction. What's up, Jaeger? This is the last one. No, because they're doing this and then they're taking off a week, and then they're coming back with the little summer special Daggerheart thing. So do we think Thimble's gonna die flying black? So yeah, okay, that's literally what I was just talking about. I think with the 22 stealth, I think she's gonna successfully stay hidden. I don't think she's gonna find anything because she rolled too low. Do you think Sid could still be alive? No. No. There's no reason that if Tayor's dead, Sid is alive. Sid got knocked, Tayor got knocked. Yeah, they should both be dead. Yeah. Yeah, it's a week off, and then it's an 8-week break because they're taking next week off anyway, and then they're doing a 6-week long, well, it could be 7 weeks. So then they're doing a 6-week long Daggerheart thing. And then there's a potential that they take a break between the end of that and the start of campaign 4 again. So if they do that, it's 8 weeks.
What?
Flying Feathers, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Age of Umbra. Tinkerbell gonna die? I mean, I don't know. Those zombies are probably eating them right now. Yeah. Probably won't come back with another character till after break. So again, it could be that he was burying the lead. But both him and Laura last night, and again, their recording is probably past the break, right? They probably recorded the campaign 4 stuff for post-break. They were definitely making it sound like he hadn't made a character yet. Now, again, they're not going to like tell us if he has a character and what it is probably, but they did make it sound like they were presenting as if he didn't have a character yet. So it could be a while before we get Travis back. Hannon really doesn't have any reason to follow Thimble. If he was in the air calling lightning, he could have seen Occtis, Julien jump out the Mara. Who's why? That's what I said. A lot of people have said Hannon could like go with her. And I'm like, but why? Right? Like he has no reason to do that. He came here to save Mara. Mara is unconscious, just got carried out of a window. He's going to get Mara to safety, right? Like there's just no reason for him to go back inside. I don't think there's any reason for him to go back inside. Should be a good night, yo. What's up, Rocky Sports? Hopefully the light protects Tayor and Sid's souls so the Dakonas can't subjugate and interrogate them. That's very true. Yeah, Sid as the weaker was the weaker one. Plus, I think Brennan described that Tayor wouldn't go the other side alone. Yes, exactly. He did say that both brothers would pass together. So I don't think that is what's going to happen. Is that like Sid is somehow alive? No, I'm pretty sure they're both dead. Dano says, I'm worried about the implications of the Dakonas finding that Einfall has an axe on Tayor that's going to cause some problems. It will also make Ingrid very grumpy. Correct. And I covered that in my video discussing Tayor's death, that there are some pretty big implications. Pretty big implications for the stuff that was left behind. Do we say Halovar troops at the Hallowed Round tonight? Yeah, I bet my money on it. I'd bet my money on it. What's up, Jay? Wow, already 100 plus people in here 5 minutes in. Yeah, we've been, I don't know if we've gone this fast. I haven't been looking as much anymore, but we've been shooting up pretty quick. And then we like gradually get close to 300. Yeah. Made backups, right? I don't know if everybody has made backups. They were told to make backups. I don't know if everybody has. Yeah. Lucid Skull says, Kattigan is already feral right now. I'm so scared to see how he was going to react to his best friend and war buddy dying now. Yeah, they were battle buddies. Coming back and saying that his battle buddy's dead. I am also curious how people are going to react to that. Now, some of them weren't really close to him. So I imagine a lot of the party's just going to be like, dang. You know, because a lot of parties isn't, like, out of the 13 players, many of them don't even really know him that well. So... Chendy took like 5 episodes to show up. Yeah, I could see it being a while, to be honest. I could see it being quite a while. What's up, Paul? The Daggerheart Ancestries are fun. I'm interested to see Laura playing a big mushroom. Yeah, I wonder what voice she's going to do for that. Megan says, I think the smaller table after the break will be the one Travis is joining. That makes sense. Thoughts about the dragon? Personally, I felt like it was a bit too much for that scene. A lot was already going on. It felt like whiplash. It felt very railroaded to that moment. And it felt very just like, I'm a dragon, boop, bye. And then it just left. And you're like, what? Yeah, it was just like, boom. And then it was gone. It was just like, I'm a dragon, poke. But it was cool. I mean, the idea that it's like the first dragon that showed itself in the living time and all that, like, that was cool. I'm late to the pre-show, so if it's been discussed, carry on. No, we just got started. I'm super confused on what's happening with Azune and Vaelus. Any help? Right now, they're just going back to the play, Bomaruski. Vaelus decided not to go to the place with them, which they cracked it. I don't know if you guys caught later when they were like, Vaelus is going to come save us, because when there was like an opportunity for her to join Hannah, she was like, no, I'm good. So that's funny. And then the thing with Azune, that is, I don't know. Again, it felt kind of forced. And then it's like he goes out there, he hears Remember, clearly Remember's related to dragons. Clearly he's a dragon sorcerer. And then it was just so quick. It was just like a dragon goes down the lake. Its giant head raises. It pokes it into the ground. And it's like, Remember, and it's just gone. And everybody was kind of like, what was that? Like, I don't know. And then it just like, yeah. I don't know. It was odd, but like not everything is going to be perfect. So, yep, Nerd is becoming popular. You know, we're doing all right. Oh man, the implications for the death in general are huge. It's gonna be a game changer. Yeah. Do you believe that we'll get hints on the Soldier Seekers and Schemers table? If so, which prediction on who will go where? Do you believe they stay the same? I don't think they stay the same. I do think we'll get some changes. I don't know who all, but I do think some people may be leaving the city that weren't before. I think we may see people go to Houndsport. Yeah. Also, do you think Taylor gets found without the scar? Promise made mention of it on Mara needing it to make her cooperate. Yeah, I don't, unless somebody gets to him first and does the scar. There's a possibility. Yeah, he like comes back from the dead, or they have to fight Zombie Taylor or something. Told y'all the round was going to be more important. I don't think anybody argued the round wasn't important. Everybody was claiming that the round was going to be like a massive fight. Unless you're saying that the soldiers heading there means that we might get to. Either way, it is not what y'all were claiming, okay? Y'all were thinking undead coming out of portals and the biggest bloodbath ever, and that's not what happened. Kree troops are attacking the theater for sure. How could be in the crosshairs? Well, I mean, attacking, we'll see. They're going to show up and there's going to be a scene. No doubt there's going to be a scene. I don't know about attacking. Love the content you put out this week. Thanks, Daisy. I tried to make a good amount of it. I did like 3 videos this week. I actually, maybe 4. I think I did 4 videos on Critical Role this week. So, yeah, it was a pretty decent week for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it was 5. I think. Yeah, I think I did 5 Critical Role videos. What's up, Kevo? Didn't Thimble go back in? Yeah, she's heading back in. Yes, she rolled a stealth and an investigation already. The investigation was not very good. The stealth was pretty solid, like a 22. Because Travis most likely going to be a half-caster melee. It seems to be what he likes. I'm going to guess Monk. Tear-dying was as good as a PC death can get. No excessive cruelty from the DM. Do or die dice rolls, a compounding or questionable party choices, an emotional punch. I couldn't be happier. Yeah, I mean, and he's the easiest. Like, him and Kattigan would arguably be the 2 easiest characters to kill off. And I would argue Tayor was easier now than Kattigan. Because we got a little bit more of Kattigan recently with, like, his story. And now he wants revenge on the Taconis. And, like, so now there's more stakes for Kattigan. Tayor just existed for, like, weeks now. I don't think Travis, like, chose for Tayor to die. Our ship, I don't necessarily even think he was tired of it. He did seem dejected for a couple episodes, but he was fine last episode. I think he wasn't good in any of this stuff until this last one, and then he was, like, super active in his own group. Like, he was talking a lot when they went to the place and seemed invested in stuff. So it was a nice little change up. What's up, Kaylee? When you play Dungeons & Dragons, a dragon must appear, apparently. Yeah, but why aren't they in dungeons? Why aren't the dragons in the dungeons? Who's ready for Kaigo battle? Dolmakiar, Dragon vs. Grandpa Halovar. DML says, on the dragon, I feel like it was linked to Azune, but he keeps missing that link. I don't think he's missing it. I think it's there. Yeah, but it is a link to him. Oh, there's no doubt. The whole remember thing is with him. Yeah, no doubt about that. Baker, thanks for the follow on Twitch. My hopes are Thimble goes back and runs into Hanan looking for Mara, then gets help from him to deal with Tyr situation. The Gnome Sisters would be cool. Thimble needs the help. Yeah, but do we know that Hanan is powerful enough to be like just the 2 of them are successful? I don't see any reason, unless Hanan somehow completely misses the fact that Mara escaped. He has no reason to step foot in that place. Absolutely 0 reason to go inside. What do we do in an 8-week break? I don't know, Lucy. I have no idea. Unfortunately. What's up, Biko? Daniel says, I would like to know more about Navacon. It sounded like Louise was speaking something in, but I was not sure if I heard it right. Yeah, I think so. Do we think that this episode of next would be the official splitting of the groups? There is no episode next week. This is the last one. They're going to do this one. There's going to be an off week. Then there's going to be 6 weeks of Age of Umbra. And then they might even take another week gap between that and Campaign 4, or they might go straight in Campaign 4. So we're looking at 7 to 8 weeks of no Campaign 4. After this week. Do you think Wick should join the Schemers? I think it's possible he does. There's no should for me. Like, nobody should do anything in my eyes, but I think it would make sense, yes. I was so annoyed about how many players were at the theater. Yeah, they expected something big. If Tayor and Thimble are both killed, the table's happy rearranged for balance. Oh, absolutely. It is going to be a massive fight. We still get it 100%. But I am not giving anybody credit for that, though, because nobody said, oh, the Halovars are going to show up with soldiers because they didn't do the play right. No, everybody said it was going to be some demonic ritual and the bringing of the dead. And so even if there is a fight, no, I refuse. MJW, thanks for that follow over on Twitch. Appreciate it. Engso said, it became pretty apparent the round was very important once they learned about the paint. Another delightful session. Yeah, it was solid. Murray was just chilling, having snacks the entire time. Yeah, the funny scene where she was like, I'm such an awesome dwarf when things got fixed, when she was told to fix them and she didn't do anything. It was funny. What's Thimble gonna do? I said earlier, I'll repeat it. I think she's going to go back inside. She rolled a good stealth. I don't think she's gonna find anything, and Brennan's gonna go, you can keep looking, but it's going to get more difficult. Like the DCs are going to go up. If you continue to look, and I think she's going to choose to leave. Karop says, I don't know if it's been said before I just joined, but I like the idea of seeing Tayor and said as undead under the power to Conus in the future. It's certainly possible that they come back. I mean, they even mentioned it in the fireside chat that like zombie, you know, Tayor, not that they were saying it would happen, but yeah. Fingers crossed, Travis going Artificer, been needing a 2024 Artificer, the Battlesmith concept. Art looks like a Travis PC, a big old detective with an arcane construct dog, also healer. Vox Machina season 4 finale was amazing and brutal. It was so good. Now, I'm going to say it was probably because my pre-workout was kicking in. I was watching it on the treadmill at the gym after having downed a pre-workout with like 400 milligrams of caffeine and all these other things in it. It's like a neurotropic pre-workout. I was emotional. Now, mind you, again, when I'm on pre-workout and it's hitting, sometimes I mean, anything will make me emotional. But man, I was watching the finale of Vox Machina season 4 and I was like, oh my God. It was such a good episode. Crazy, but such a good episode. I think it was the best episode of the season. I just to see him. I don't know if that means bad luck. Now is this just CR fans? Yeah, this is a Critical Role pre-show. We just talk about Critical Role in here. Yeah. Oh, that's true, Piratey Steve. They don't know about the 350. Landhurst says, I think Kattigan is going to have severe trust issues with everything with Wick and his family, his kidnapping, and when they really question where he was, and now Taylor death. Yeah, I don't know, because Tyranny did free him, right? So I don't think Thimble will stay for long since you have zero. That's also true. Well, she only has zero visibility if she goes under, which is where he was. So if she gets towards him, she has no way to see without getting a candle, which I don't think she had. Is Sid dead as well? Yes. Muffinette says, in regards to Taylor, something to notice, like, even if Travis decided to go to any of the other options, scrap your rules, but it's still, I would say the only thing that I really like, I'm agreeing with what some people are saying, is that he didn't miss by a lot on his investigation or whatever. He got, what, a 13? And it was like a terrible scenario. You know, it's not like he rolled a nat 1 or a 5 or something sub 10. It was like a 13. It was 2 off of the number to be completely safe. And it was like terrible scenario where that's you, like, you can't really win. So that I can understand. That was kind of just like, oh, but the stakes have been set that it's not scaled, right? He has said it time and time and time again. There are things that are too dangerous for you out there and you can run into them. And he ran into it. So it's not like it was like a trick, right? He has said this many times. What are you liking and not liking about Brennan as a CR DM this far along? I think he talks a lot more than Matt. And sometimes I'm kind of like, so again, I enjoy it. So this isn't like a don't like. This is a preference. This is like a, you know, if I could adjust one thing, I would have him talk less. And that sounds really bad. It's not as bad as I'm making it out to be, or that it sounds, but it is what I would think. I think that he lore dumps a lot. I think he talks a lot. So that would be my one thing, is to just, like, if he came back a little bit and we got more of the players. But again, it's still so early in the campaign for a lot of these players, right? Like they only had their arcs in this. So, you know, like a lot of the information they don't have on their own. But that would be my one thing. Spectacular, perhaps. He was only knocked unconscious. I mean, so was Tayor. There's still, well, I did not technically. He had no death saves or whatever. There'd be no reason that he survived, though. Like, I don't see a world where he, like, gets healed down there, right? Like, yeah. I think Tayor's been an interesting character for Travis. I think Tayor served the purpose he wanted. Once he knew the writing was on the wall, Travis leaned into him out properly. Totally fair, MJ. Also, welcome in. Ready for bingo suggestions? Yes, guys, don't forget we do bingo up in this place. So if you would like to do bingo, put your suggestions for the bingo sections in the chat. Just at Jaded, if you can, do a little at symbol Jaded. Jaded is watching. Or just say bingo, colon, and then put your suggestion to fill out a bingo card, and then we will link the bingo card. When you click it, it will generate them randomly, so everybody has a different card, and then there's a channel in the Discord for it. I fell behind already, so I'm gonna skip around a little bit. Yo, what's up, Boneyard Mods? What is this channel? It's nerd culture. A lot of Dungeons and Dragons and Critical Role. Most Critical Role, because when I post Dungeons and Dragons, it doesn't do well. Zombie Terror would be a cool story thread for them to go down, especially if Wick has the turn, destroy undead on. Oh, that would be neat, Decaf. Heck yeah. Also, welcome in. Han is at least level 8 druid. He can fly as a hawk as a druid already. Yeah, he's got some levels. Yo, what's up, Dispel? I think that might be more attributed to Travis having a more let others do things sort of personality. He has been very supportive and usually lets others take the time need to express and roleplay. Fair. Daniel, thank you for the $5 super chat. I did not set my goal. Dang it. Let me go back and do that. One second. Oh, what does Azune do when he realizes that the Einfasen cut a deal with Daconis and there will be no consequences for the Davinos massacre? I don't know. But it does kind of suck that it feels like they just gave up a little bit. Like, they were firm with them, but I feel like they backed down. And I understand why they did it. The Daconis pointed out, like, hey, you're all also doing stuff behind the scenes. Why are you mad at us? You were also trying to do this. So I get it, but also it was like such, Otto was crushing before that, and then just went, but I understand why. Do you think his sister would still be chasing or looking for him? I think she still has the idea of finding him. Yes, I don't know that she's actively like chasing him or anything. I mean, even Kattigan has a good reason to become a schemer. Any play could go anywhere. Yes, I'm saying a lot of them can go anywhere. Nurko is so cheeky today. You know, just being a little playful. Wick joining schemers makes sense. Seeing Tyranny at state, keep with your appearances. It kind of did. Only just need Vaelus to fix it. I don't know that it was going to turn into that. Just that it was going to like all break and not work out the way they wanted. I could also see Thimble convincing Hanan to recover Tayor's body. I don't know, Jack. I don't see a reason for Hanan to go in there. I really don't. Like, Thimble convincing him to go do it, like, why? You know, and can the Falcon carry a big lion man? Probably not. He's gonna have to like carry him out like normally. I have no idea, Cameron. Sorry, I'm skipping down a little bit to catch up on chat. What's up, Holly K? I want a zombie chimera of Sid Taylor, Julian's dad. That would be filthy. I've made characters before that just didn't work out. My next character was a much better fit due to my familiarity with the world. I hope Travis' next character might be the same. Yeah, completely possible. Yo, what's up, David Williams? I think maybe Hanan will help Thimble, even if it's just to take the stuff off Tayor's body, gauntlets, etc. If he does that, it will only be because Brennan is like, yeah, you guys should get that gear. Because it makes no sense for him to go in when his whole purpose was getting Mara. And then like Mara comes out unconscious and he's like, okay, cool. You guys take her. I'm going to head in here to the danger zone for a guy I don't know, for a woman I don't, or a fairy that I don't know if he knows Thimble, but like, I'm not sure. But like, yeah, I'm going to go risk my life now that Mara's out, which is why I'm here to go do that. And yeah, even then I don't think he can like do it just him and Thimble. So I don't know. I'm super. It would be shocking to me. It really would. It would be shocking to me if Hanan went inside. Also, hello, Kelly. Daniel says, Obermus Manor is presumably going to go on lockdown very quickly. Coral's body will be discovered before too long. The Dakona's aunts are there. The rest of the family is coming back from the meeting. True. They'll be on break. Hey girl, hey, this is episode 31, and then they go on break next week, and then they go to Age of Umbra, again, with only Laura and Matt and that for 6 weeks, and then they'll either come right back, or they'll take another week off, and then they'll come back. Legend of Vox Machina threw me for a loop at first. It felt like they would wrap it up early, but then I seen there'd be another season to go. Yeah, they had confirmed a season 5 a while back. It felt like, I don't know. I wish they did more episodes because it felt like, and maybe I'm crazy for this. Maybe it felt like not like it was like rushed and yet not a lot happened at the same time. Like it did, but it didn't. Right? It just felt like it was like boom, 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 and it was like, dang, and now it's over. Like it, and releasing 3 episodes at a time. What, the entire thing came out like 3-4 weeks. It just felt like it went so fast, and now we're like, oh, we have to wait another 1-2 years to like 3. Like, what do we? I don't know. What's up, Critical Toast? If you're Wick, are you not trying to get Tara's body back? Just speak with dead would be enough to sing. So it's, well, but how is Wick gonna get the body back? I think we still have a huge fight at the house. The houses have to take it from House. Too powerful to let enemy keep. Fight just happened a few episodes. We're back. Right? Are we back? My internet went down, and it went down again. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. I think we're back. Internet went down twice. We're back. Okay. Sorry about that. I mentioned the fireside chat that he might not come back right away. See the story plays out. Yeah, exactly, Lionheart. And I think that's going to happen, which I don't love at all. Like, I truly don't love that at all. But I think we might not see Travis for a while. I think we might not see Travis for a while. I feel like having Travis making a character from the cloak or a character from either the 9000 or Korma would be cool to see some of the machinations. I agree. I think somebody from the cloak would be great for them to have some information and get something like that. Did you miss it? No, Keegan, that just didn't come about. It did not come about. I think they're going to give Wick the summon steed because Travis wanted to use it so bad. Yeah, that would be neat. That would be powerful. It'd be quite powerful to give that. That's what I was saying in my video, that like, think about that stuff before you head and add it to your game, which a lot of people, you know, again, despite me like repeatedly being like, I'm talking about other people adding it to their games who care about this and do whatever, and then people are like, I think it's fine that they did it, and I'm like, I'm not talking about Critical Role. But yeah. Brennan is very narrative based DMing. Do we have a rough idea how long this campaign is planned to run overall? No. Kelly says, yep, I agree with that, Nerdcore. A little less Brennan lore dump, a little more players, but at such early days, we do need the lore. Yeah, exactly. I'm wondering if there's going to be another episode after today before the break for the Dagger campaign that's starting in 2 weeks. Not according to their calendar. I mean, it felt like that to me a little bit, Steven. Like, it felt just like Travis wasn't very interested during the Convergence, but then the last episode, even before they died and stuff, he was way more into it. So I'm not sure about that. Yeah, they were paying 10 million gold pieces to two different families and some land, Dragon Drake. Do you think they will go beyond the usual 130-ish episodes? I don't know, and I hope not. Yo, what's up, Mr. Malicious? What's up, Miros? See, I don't think Auto is satisfied. Yeah, maybe not. I'm so far behind, guys. Hold on. You getting ready for episode 31? Yes, Scottish Sam. Yes. The Indian Nerd says, I'm upset. I wanted to play a game with you so bad and then realized I don't have money for it. I will next week, but not this week. Somebody will cover you. If you can make it, D&D Nerd, because I saw your post that you were like, oh, I can't make it this week. Somebody will cover you and you can play. Because somebody was very kind and basically gave me a fund for people who are like, hey, I can't afford it right now. And until that part is used up, people, I'm not saying this publicly so people start like messaging, oh, I'll play if you pay for it, because that's not what it's for. It's for people who can't, so they still get to play and enjoy themselves. Do you think Thimble will survive going back in alone? Yes. I think she stealthed well enough, and I think that she's not going to find anything, and Brennan's going to go, do you want to keep looking? And there's going to be writing on the wall, right? Somebody's going to, she's going to hear noises. She's going to know that, like, the bell has been sounded, and she's going to need to get out. Play what I can afford it. Mama Hunt in the Discord. I've been running paid games. One shots. We did one 2 weeks ago. We did 3 separate games of one shots, 2 groups of 4, 1 group of 5. And so I did Friday, I did 2 games Sunday that I ran for people. There's a whole channel for reviews of it. 2 people left reviews of the game. And then I'm doing another one this weekend. Different one shot. Different vibe. And I hope people will still enjoy it. Sorry if I'm missing your messages, guys. I'm trying to catch up, so I'm skipping some. Just, repeat them if you think they're super important. Within season 1. I can't remember her name. Sunken. It was, Lorza Blade? Fang? Loza? So that sounds right. But maybe in a few months I will. Jaded, yes. The plan is to continue to do at least the one shots. The campaigns are just so daunting and require just like a lot more commitment versus like I can create something that has a start and an end. I can mess with it. I can tune it. I can set like, hey, who wants to do this, and then pick different times, and stuff like that. But yeah. Nathan, yeah, they probably will be a little upset, but mostly with Vaelus. Can Thimble exit the beer without an invite? Very true. I wonder about that. I mean, she kind of flew out and flew back in, right? Loza Blade sounds right. Out of spell. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yo, what's up, Jonas and Deadlifts? Cloak Operative would be a cool choice for a new character for Travis. I agree, Daniel. The Hannah see them come out. How would he know Mara escaped at this point? Nothing you should know. I'm thinking he goes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't, like, if he landed on the roof and these people jumped out of the roof and then Thimble was like, yo, I'm gonna stay. And Occtis was like, what? And he has no idea that happened, then yes, he may just run inside on his own. I don't know. So there's one more after this? No, they go on. They take next week off, and then the following week they do Age of Umbra. Have they already recorded C4 episodes? Or are they recording during the break? 8-week break, 4 weeks. It was a long time. It is a very, it's not 8-week break. That's the 6 weeks of Age of Umbra is included in the 7 to 8 weeks. Mitch says, how have your character rankings changed from pre-convergence to post-convergence? Well, I guess you'll have to wait for the video. I will probably do a post-convergence video. Alex says, just use a scroll of Revivify. Come on, we have all played Baldur's Gate 3. Exactly. Just go back in with a scroll of Revivify. Easy. What loot did Taylor have on his body that could prove useful for the Dakonis other than the hammer and bracers? The hammer and bracers. That's basically it. Yo, what's up, J-Rock? That would be neat, Decaf Hobgoblin. They're doing Age of Umber to showcase Daggerheart again. Brennan needs a break for a little bit because he has kids. They're recording Vox Machina about it, and I've been on maternity leave. Well, Aabria's already on maternity leave. Again, they had episodes banked, but she had her baby. Oh, you said that Aabria's on maternity leave. Ignore me. Yeah, they revealed that she had her baby already. I don't see Travis coming back till they split the tables again. Well, tonight may be the last night that they're doing the Convergence, and then the next, when they come back from the break and all that, they'll be split. But I think we could still wait a little bit. I don't know. Manor is going to be on high alert, meeting into some major guys, going back, and without a full party, at least have no chance of getting back to body. Yeah, I don't think they will. Low priority right now. Yes, 100%. Well, I don't know. Like, I'm sure they want to look for him. They're like, hey, we got out. Where's Taylor? And then Julien was like, yo, Taylor was in a fight. He was in a fight down there. So. I want to see the next 3 years of Travis doing an Einfall's accent. That would be cool. It's funny how Chetney's the one character that Travis absolutely wants dead. He just won't die. Isn't that crazy? Everybody else can die. It'd be fun to see Travis play a full caster, as it'd be very different for him. True, but would he like it? Right? There's a reason some people gravitate to martials. They just love that fantasy. My brother plays a human fighter. He's that guy. He loves it. He played a bard in some one-shots, and then, because he was going to play a bard in the campaign that's starting soon, and then he was like, yeah, I think I'm going to play a fighter or a paladin. and the thing was, I thought you were going to be a bard. He's like, no, that'll be my one-shot character. Some people, they like the brawler type, and that's kind of Travis, so. I don't think that really has that much of an impact, Bomberuski. Church Jeff does way better in small groups and is very engaged, but when he got in a big group, he just kind of sits back. Yeah. True. Daniel, thank you for the $5 super chat. Do we think we will see another PC death in this final Convergence episode? That would be wild. My answer is no, but wouldn't that be cool? Kind of. Like, not that, I don't want people to die, but I'm also like, that would be kind of crazy if another person died in the next episode, right? Like, that would be kind of crazy. And it would give me more content. Kill them all. Do it. I need stuff to post about while they're on break for 8 weeks. Kill them all, dude. If this is early days of the campaign, by the time I turn 40, it will be the end. I'm in my 20s. I mean, it's early days in the terms of, like, we actually haven't seen each character that much because we had 14 weeks out of 31 episodes, 14 of them were away from the other characters. Right? Because there were 2 arcs, 7 each, that were not them. What would be the story threads you'd have each table follow? Rocky Sports, the only one that really pops on my head is I think people want to go to Houndsport. And then the schemers will continue to want to scheme. So, yeah. Darren says, how long until Travis gets a new character, you think? I think it's going to be a while. Unless we were being, like, sold on that. Or unless Travis and Laura were really, like, misleading us in the fireside chat about it. It seemed like he'd had no idea what he was playing. And again, if we're assuming they're recording in advance, that means he still hasn't made a character, and we're watching something that happened like 3 months ago. Sam said that they had finished recording the Convergence like a couple months ago. So we're months, and so he died months ago, and if he still doesn't have a character, again, could be misleading, could be, you know, like that sort of thing, so we don't, like, know what's happening. We're not, you know, spoiled. I don't think that's much of a spoiler. But yeah. After hearing about the Celestial Steed at Kattigan, excited for Terra, know nothing about D&D. Paladins can get a Celestial Steed. When they hit a certain level, they can get something they can summon and ride. It can also compete in battle. I don't know if it's been said, but I hope the zombies tore Taylor and Sid's bodies, not for any, I want to see him die, but because they're now potential speak with dead info leaks. Very true. But how much do those two really know? To be fair, Do you think the elf guy will go in with her? I've talked about that a lot in this. I don't think so. It's a consensus theory that Julien Shadow is possessed by Thyazi. It's definitely starting to become more popular. I think a lot of people thought that and thought he was going to be an Echo Knight and Thyazi was going to be his like Echo, but then he's not an Echo Knight and the Shadow's still there, and now it's leaning towards still people are thinking it for other reasons. KLV 100%. A main game, what say that for the gaming stream? Yeah. Well, the finale is Saturday. I'm running that. I don't know if you saw in the Discord, I posted the picture of the Tarrasque. Micah, you guys want to see a Tarrasque mini? Thing's like this big. I can go grab it off the table. Massive. It's unpainted. It's massive. So if you want to see a Tarrasque mini, it'll take 5 seconds for me to grab it. Just say yes in the chat. Show me your big Tarrasque. Oh, Mama Hun, we got to figure that out. Running a one-shot themed after my friend's favorite video game without him knowing. So, oh, that's super dope, Lucky River. Heck yeah. Super. Yo, big dog with a $50 super chat. Add to the fund to pay for those you can't afford the paid GM sessions. Sweet. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to say the amount that we're sitting because again, when this person told me and I asked if they wanted it to be like publicly stated, and they said, you don't got to give my name or anything. The idea is that when the situations came, I would be like, hey, if somebody says, like somebody posted like, hey, I had to choose between my meds this week or this, and it was like, cool, you're covered. The fear, of course, is that people will try to take advantage. So, I'm trying to keep it a little in the back that like it's there. But yeah, thank you for that, supporting that, big dog. Appreciate it. I'm so far behind on chat, guys. I'm sorry. Show us that big mini. All right, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I'm really hoping Travis plays a monk. I think he'd be a great monk. That would be fun. I agree. I think he'd be a cool monk. That's true. It's not a free info spell either. I'm good for the 6-week break and see where I need to catch up on my notes. My conspiracy board is about to be very wild. Fair enough. Do you think there will be combat or will the Creed back down due to everything that has occurred? I'm on the fence of that. I don't think I've ever said your name rightly. Chitlali. I'm very, very torn on that. Because I think it's very possible that if they show up looking for a fight and then like 350 soldiers are like, yo, did you want to say something? And there's just like an army of people that they might back down, right? But then the hand is revealed that they have 350 soldiers, right? So there's also that. I feel the Creed will see the amount of people and do nothing tonight, but see, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that the 350 soldiers, but also just all the people. Creed Fighter is the best. Hello, Katie the Wallflower. This week being the final episode of the arc is weird since the Overture was 4 episodes and then every table has 7 episodes, but in this episode only 6 are the Convergence. Yeah, I don't think there's like a specific thing to it. Yo, what's up, Mobius? I think it's funny this is the second time Travis's character has died before the group even has a name. Occtis did make some faces and hinted in cooldown that he might go back in with Thimble once he and Julien have conversation outside the castle. How, though? Like, he'd have to go back through, like, the front door or something? Because as it was put, Featherfall doesn't go the other way. Thimble's in a lot of danger. Her stealth was good enough that I think she's going to get one go in. He's going to say, you didn't find anything. Do you want to keep looking? He's going to basically put the writing on the wall that, like, if she keeps looking, things can really go badly, and she's going to decide to leave. That is my prediction. 7 or 8 weeks, Blib Glib. Yeah. Nathan with a $20 super chat. Thank you. Think the best new character for Travis would be a Cormoray Marshal Vassal as a part of the cloak. So you think a vassal house of Cormoray soldier that is secretly in the cloak? I would like to see him come back as a member of the cloak. I would. I said that came up earlier. I think it would be really cool to get somebody from the cloak inside the group. Vaelus had an opportunity to leave the game? Yes. Yep. Avery Break posting Calamity. True. I will watch that during it. I just don't know, like, do I just stream myself watching it? Like, do I do, like, I don't know. Yeah, so we know that it's going to be at least 7 weeks. Whether it's 8, Blib, I don't know. It just depends. So next week they're not streaming anything next week. Or maybe there will be a tailgate on Tuesday. And then on the 9th, they will start Age of Umbra that will run for 6 weeks. The reason I say 7 or 8 is 7 if they start campaign forward the week after, 8 if they take a break after and then start it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we haven't seen Tyranny's player, sorry about the names, was crying. I think we did. I think we saw her cry during the scene with Kattigan, where she saw, or he realized that she saw his life and all that had gone wrong in it. I think she cried there. Do you think Otto will flip on Azune if pushed by the Dakonas, or do you think Azune may possibly join the Magpies? I don't know that they're going to join the Magpies, but I don't think they're going to flip on Azune because I think they're decent. I think that they're going to, maybe they'll be like, hey, we came to terms with him. We have solved a potential problem. Case closed. And he's a subordinate, so he can't really push it. But I don't think they're going to like turn on him per se. Like they brought him the stuff and then they'll say whatever. Slot in spot for the schemers. Well, it depends on how this visit from the Creed or the Halovars plays out, Justin. Arseno says, have a few questions. And yes, I did Google, but couldn't find it. So where can I see when Critical Role is streaming? Like I heard they will do a break after today's second. Do they record episodes now? They pre-record episodes, yes. Where you can see their schedule is on the website. On critroll.com. I always struggle to find the calendar, but there is a calendar somewhere on this website at the bottom. All right, let me see. Display capture? Nope. And then I'm going to go grab that mini, and I'm just going to be super behind on chat. So at the very bottom of the page, you get this, right? So we see today. You have this right here, right? You have episode 31 and then the cooldown. So if we skip, let's go to month. On the 2nd, there's only the part 1 podcast release. There's nothing else. And then starting on the 9th, they have Age of Umbra. So no episode next week. And then I don't know how far it goes. So if we skip, right? Age of Umbra, Age of Umbra, Age of Umbra. So that's probably the 6th week, and then they don't show anything past that. So we don't know if they're taking this week off right here or if they're going to come right back to it. But it's all the way at the bottom. You get your weekly schedule. Fun fact for you all. I accept tips. All right, I'm going to go grab the mini. Hold on. Look at this. I don't even know if you can legally call this thing a mini. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. I did not buy this. I am borrowing this. Stephanie Roberts says, unpopular opinion, but I wouldn't be sad if Thimble died. It's okay. I would be like, oh, snap. I don't know that. I'd be sad. Are they not going to do a tailgate for the Convergence? I don't know, Skystrike. That's a great question. Let's see the action figures. Since I can't afford to play this, my time zone doesn't fit well. Oh, that's fair. So I did do a 12:30 game, Astri. I don't know if that's any better for you. A 12:30 Eastern. You're not Europe, though, right? You're like, yeah, that's like middle of the night for you, isn't it? If you're in like Australia, New Zealand or something. It's a scale, so I'll allow it. Yes, I do. I can grab another. I was going to do that too. I was going to grab a mini. Yo, Arseno, thank you for the 232. Thanks for showing. I didn't see the month view. So let's do. We'll do a large. Do a dwarf. Like, I don't even know, like, all right, so here's a large, right? Here's a Bolaire. That's a large. This is just like a normal human fighter. There's a dwarf. So we'll hold up. Ah, gotcha. Just in case you guys weren't sure how big this thing is, okay? There's a large mini. That's a large. That's a large mini. And just one more. This is a huge purple worm, right? We got a purple worm. I did not. I borrowed this. I did not buy this Trask. Yeah, I do not own this Trask. This Trask is, I don't know, probably somebody. I mean, I can look it up. It's probably a couple $100. At least 150, 200 probably for this. Predictions for tonight. Alex, hello from Orlando. I think Thimble's not going to find anything and have to leave. I think that the Creed's going to show up at the play. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I don't know what else I think is going to happen, if we're being honest. Are any of you Uno Chateau on Discord? Or is this somebody trying to sell art or something? All right, I'm very far behind on chat, so I'm going to scroll because of all that, so give me a second. If I miss something, please repeat it. Alex said he does have spider climb, so he could go back. Oh, that's fair. Just another spell that would be gone, though. Cried with Kattigan? Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe Glory, but they're also going to have a break, right? So, like, it's pretty good timing for that summer break. Took me a minute to figure out you're not talking about me. No. Hello, Whitney Allison. What they were doing with scheduling. What's the point of pre-recording everything if you take weeks off? Because it allows life stuff to happen. I mean, I know why they're doing it. I mean, I of course would prefer live, but I know why they're doing it. I'm upset about Pride Sire dying. Yeah, quite a few people were. So that, like, they're not going to fight a Trask. They're fighting this other thing, but it will be, they're level 12. The players are level 12, but they're not going to fight it on foot. They're going to fight it on mechanical dragons. Because I hate the idea, as you saw that mini, you know, it'd be like, this is the foot, and they'd be going, ah! And I hate the idea that, like, they're stabbing this thing in the toe and they win the fight. So I'm like, nope. Wow, Daniel, that is a fun fact. What characters would you be sad about losing? Wick, Murray, Kattigan. Azune's been pretty quiet for 2 or 3 episodes, but Azune from Schemer's group, I would be sad about. I think I'd now be kind of sad about Hal. So Hal's come up quite a ways for me. And again, when I say sad, it's being like, oh dang, but not like actual sadness, probably. Subject, what do you think of Dungeon Master campaign? I enjoyed it. I think that they messed up a lot of rules in the Dungeon Masters campaign, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was still fun regardless, and they improved that. It's a very, very, very good show for me. Be interested in your possible Pixar logo merch. I don't know that I'll do a poll for it. I probably need to be like show it somewhere or put it in Discord or something like that, Vlad. For that. Hey, what do you think about Taylor's story? Was too short or was enough? Great content, by the way. Thank you. Too short, but also like not enough that we felt like it got ripped from us. We didn't know anything about him, so. Yes, guys, send your bingo board submissions. If you want to do the bingo, if you have suggestions for spots on the bingo card, please put them in the chat. Like, Brennan says amazing or incredible, or character dies, or somebody cries during the episode, or right? Like, those are all things you could put on a bingo card. And then we will give out a link where it'll generate a bingo card from all those things randomly placed, and then you'll be able to join and play bingo with us. There's a channel in the Discord dedicated to that, so make sure you jump in the Discord so you can post your screenshots of your bingo board. Is this the last episode before the break? Yes. It's all pre-recorded. It's just like a premiere, right? It's no different than like if the entire season of House of Dragon is already done, why don't they put it all at the same time? It's done broadcast versus pre-record. It's so much cheaper to pre-record. They're saving oodles of money. Oh, for sure. For sure. And you can solve problems. There's not as much risk. There's a lot of plus sides to pre-recorded. I think anyone else's life is in danger going into the next episode. I don't know that like anybody in particular's life is in danger, but I think that if a fight happens, anybody could be. Do we know when Travis brings in a new character? We do not. The CMO Factor. We do not. We ever do an actual play campaign? Never say never. But I think the market is incredibly saturated, and I think it's hard to stand out. There are some talent. There are some great actual plays out there that get like 50 to 100 views, right? There are more people in this pre-show than those actual plays get. And so if you're good, like I wouldn't do it just for the fun of doing it. If I was doing it, I would be doing it for the opportunity to make a living from it, right? To build a brand from it, like Critical Role did. Not necessarily their level, but that's where my mindset is. Like, I'm not a theater kid. Like, I didn't grow up the way. Would I like to play in something where there's like good role play elements and I'm putting on a story and all that? Yes, but I just want to play D&D. And people don't necessarily love just watching people play D&D. Even if there's good role play, even if there's good story, I don't know. So I never say never. I've had the opportunities to join random like charity one shots and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know that I would do one myself. Because there are one shots and charity streams and all that with people that are pretty well known, like 300,000 followers on different social media platforms and all that, and they get no viewership at all because it is much more difficult to get an audience to watch you play D&D than a lot of people think. There are some incredible ones out there that get like no viewership. That could also just be summer break, Bound Bob, a way for them to bank up even more episodes and people take their breaks. I don't know. This whole thing in a week, I think. Yeah, and from the Fireside Chat, FSU Dryden, I don't think that he has a character yet. Will we see the Dragon return tonight? I don't think so. She says there are only 5 to 6 people in the art section on Discord. No, I know. There's not that many that actively post in there. And I can post something about it. But I also don't want to post something in here and be like, who wants to buy something from me, right? Like that feels a little odd. But I do, you know what? I'll show it. There was some merch designs made, some cool little logos made from Vlad in the chat. As soon as I find it, some pixel art. For the Nerdcore logo. Right here. These could be stickers. Shirt. So you get like a pixelated version of the Nerdcore logo. Like that. If anybody is intrigued in that, I will take these and put them up on the shop. But there you go. This is a pixel. There we go. So you guys can see it a little bit better. I would love to hear some of your recommendations for not so well known D&D actual plays. Well, it's not even necessarily like not so well known. So you have your main three. You have Dimension 20, you have Critical Role, and you have Legends of Evantris. Those are the three biggest and substantially bigger. You have Venture Forth, that, you know, like it's well put together, like it's good stuff, and it doesn't get like a lot, you know, maybe like 70 to 120. I don't follow them closely. I could be wrong on this, but that's what I've seen. Even Natural 6, which I think is incredible. You know, like you can go look, and it's not like they're bringing in hundreds of thousands per episode, right? We're not getting that much when it comes to that, and I think they're awesome. I think Natural 6 is a great actual play, and they have less than 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. And for YouTube videos, like, let me go back to an episode from a month ago. It's been out for a month. It's 8,600, right? 8,600. You know, like, and it's great. I think it's awesome. It's just tough. It's just super tough to do. And it's got the voice actor from The Witcher 3. It's got Doug Cockle in it. It's got Ben Starr in it, who voices like everybody. It's great. Alex Jordan, the cast, they're all awesome. And it doesn't get, you know, like nobody's paying their bills on 8,000 views. Like, that's just, you know. Ale, what's up? I feel like it's been a hot minute. Thanks for the 5 gifted membership. Thank you. So like, even though they're doing all that, I would guess that a lot of their money is coming from merch or Patreon, because 8,000 views, I'll be the first one to say, guys, I mean, some of these videos I post, they get 8,000 views. It's like $25 to $40, right? Like, it's not, you're not paying a cast of 6 people. Like, it's, yeah. Thank you, Ali. Really appreciate that. All right. Whether or not them will find Taylor at this point. Once you realize this Taylor is gone, they'll be meant to break down bigger than Azune's. Maybe, Jonathan. Maybe. All right. Trying to catch up on chat. Yo, what's up, Tahoe? Yeah, get your like. Also, guys, yeah, give the video a thumbs up down below. Click that. Give it a thumbs up. I just realized the Pride Sires died during Pride Month. True. The market for tactical actual play, I think RP narrative is fun, but I watch a smart dungeon crawl all day. Yeah, but is the audience big enough is the question. Like, will people, that would be probably more like background than people really paying attention, but it's possible. Who knows? Any speculation on the death boon that Wicander receives? Great question. We don't really know how far they're willing to take that. I think if he got like Divine Steed, that's probably too OP. I think if he got Divine Sense, that's probably fine. If he gets like Lay on Hands, also probably OP. So I'm not sure what he can get in terms of like a feature. Twitch is actually very bad at promoting smaller channels. Well, they just don't promote smaller channels. You know, they've swapped to having more recommended instead of just the Kingmaker system, which was just showing higher to lower, but yeah. So we're just going to leave Tayor's corpse behind, huh? I mean, there's not a lot of other options, to be fair. They should do an America's Got Talent style series of one-shots if they ever need a new cast member. Let the audience vote them in. That'd be cool, Rich Milk. Heck yeah. I'd love to hear some of the... Oh, I already answered that. Yeah, okay. In the river, quiet the river. The dragon sleeps tonight. Yeah. I'd like to see the dragon and Azune interact tonight. I don't think it's going to happen. They're heading back to the play. The dragon went under the water and went away. So I think that's it for the dragon for now. No, David says, I think we get dragon tonight personally. How? Didn't he, like, he came down the river, he popped up, poked the thing in the ground, and then just went back and went away, right? So, I don't know. Cold open prediction. Torn Banner flashback or continue Cat, Tyranny, and Bolaire. It's watching where people play D&D is fun, but I think there's definitely market for actual plays featuring locked-in D&D vets. As long as you have a good plot, you're golden. I'd watch at least. Okay. Remember that they left the Pride Tyrants behind with necromancers. They have been officially been compromised, quite possibly. Undead lineman sounds terrifying. Very true. Natural 6 is very good. I'm slowly catching when they're coming. Exactly. It's so good. I think it gets weak lay on hands like a pool of just your level. That's still very good. It's a bonus action in 2024, guys. I mean, I saw people talking about like this is like Taylor dying as like a showcase of Paladin being weak or something, and it's not at all. Paladin is better in every single way in 2024, except for you can't double smite. That's it. You can still smite, but you can't go, oh, smite. Oh, I did 700 points of damage this round. I'm useless outside of that. It takes an action to lay on hands. It takes an action to divine Channel Divinity. It takes it, like, they made it so much better. Channel Divinities, a lot of them now, instead of an action, it's just like, as you use it, you get to take the attack, or it's a bonus action. Lay on hands is it, so you can swing at somebody and lay on hands yourself. Amazing. Like, there's so much more depth and variety other than, oh, when you play a Paladin, all you do is go, boom, smite, I'm done. And people still are like, Paladin got nerfed. Not at all. It's so much more fun to play. It's so much more enjoyable. It's so much more versatile. It's better. I will take that to the ends of the earth as somebody who actually played a 2024 Paladin. So much more enjoyable. So much more enjoyable. Circus did a great job in Vox Machina. He's such a versatile actor. He can sound like, oh, it was so good. It was so good. I'm sure there's multiple ways to communicate. Oh, I thought when you said show up, like he was gonna pop up and be like, yo, what's up again? But you're saying like he just like whispers into his mind. Yeah. Made loads of mistakes. I don't know about loads. I think it was tough when the level happened in the middle of it, and it was like after he took his turn, so then he had to wait, and then he's like on the fly trying to figure out like what he's got, and you know, yeah, I don't know. It was a tough situation. Huffdud, I agree. Them healing was not ideal. Them healing is not terrible in 2024 in particular because all the healing is doubled, right? If it was a 1d8, now it's a 2d8. So it's not terrible. If the main enemy was not hitting as hard as he was, right? Like that, like there's no point in using a heal on yourself that can get you like 10 when the enemy's hitting for 25. That's just a losing battle. Swing at him and hope that you kill him before he kills you, right? So I agree. I do think that was it. So when you say he could have lived easily, I don't agree with that. There are multiple other enemies around. Could he have killed Primus Draconis? Yes. Yes. I mean, I'm sorry, not Primus Draconis. No. Could he have killed Raymond Davinos? Yes. Could he have survived the room? We don't know that. We don't know that he could have gotten out of that room with all the zombies in there. Like, he still might die. He just gets that kill, maybe kills one or two more zombies, and then he goes down anyway. Again, I'm not saying he played it super well. I do think that it was a tough situation. He made some misplays. The healing wasn't a good idea, but that doesn't guarantee they survive. It just means that like they don't die then. So Theater Bird, that's a great question. I don't think he's going to take over the tailor shop. I'm a roleplay focused DM, and I just love paladins. They bring so much to the table in both combat and RP. In terms of backstory, it can be used in so many amazing ways. Sadly, none of my players play one. It do be like that. I've gotten a paladin in my games where the paladin part is out the window. Like, in terms of, like, any sort of righteousness or holiness and stuff like that, it's mostly just, like, I just want to fight stuff. Illustrates the story, not the longevity of a character. Agreed, Caleb. Raymond having that Daredevil feature was nuts, made things even more difficult for Travis. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know that that's guaranteed, Whitney Allison, unless I missed something. The dice weren't worth Travis. Oh, true. Yeah. There were bog standard zombies, find steed, blast through the weak zombies, and run back to the party for reinforcement. Yeah, I mean, if you're, when you said, like, I don't know, maybe I misread it. I was thinking it's like they just finish the fight and they win. If you're talking about, like, him escaping, yes. However, again, when he leveled up, maybe if he got Find Steed 1 round earlier, but he got surrounded, so he would have needed to give 4 opportunity attacks to the zombies because he was surrounded. Or whatever, and then get to the mount, and then try to escape, right? Now, what was interesting to me is, yes, he'd give, like, the attacks of opportunity, but there was also something said, and I think the cooldown, where he was like, oh, you also can't pass through enemies, even if you do your, like, disengage. But I was like, well, there's only 4. There's 8 squares around a single spot. So he'd have the diagonals everywhere, or if they were in the diagonals, he'd have the. So, like, he could have done that. Yeah, been fine. Yeah, well, I mean, they're weak, but he was already low, right? Like, they're still getting more attacks than he is. They're low, and they have the chance to not die, unless he adds radiant damage to every single attack. He goes, oh, I used my attack on this one. I do 10 points of damage. It has to roll a 15 con with, like, a +2 or something. Oh, it rolled a 13. Cool. It swings again. And it goes and goes and goes and goes, right? Like, that's, yes, there's a world where they roll poorly, he rolls well, things go differently. And yeah, there is definitely better choices that could have been made. Yeah. Did we learn the stats on the axe? Nope. In that moment, sure, the flail and shield would have been better 100% just for armor class. Yeah, well, we just don't know, Huffdud, if he was just going to kind of skip there, because he did just kind of skip to be upstairs and join that fight, like, the very next round. So in 6 seconds, because that's what a combat lasts, he was already in the fight with Thimble and Occtis. So it's completely possible that Brennan would have just said, oh, okay, if you choose to go down there, and he rolled as well as he did or whatever, boom, next round you show up. It's possible. We don't know. I enjoyed it as well. It's me, Dum Dum. I enjoyed it as well. Hot take, the Cuthrai, the play plot line is boring. I get that bards are beloved, but they truly don't bring any substance to the story. And that is a hot take. That is a hot take. Did anybody say if they were this person on Uno Chateau? Somebody joined and randomly sent me a friend request, and that's been a lot of people trying to sell art and stuff. So I'm gonna ban them. I just think the play was cool. I just think people had high expectations. That's all. I just think people had high expectations of what it was going to be, and then it just turned out to be something that was more, like, light and friendly and not super dangerous. And so people are like, oh, you know. I would also argue I've had some bards in my games that are the most, like, entertaining of the entire game. Change drill that out and then escaped on the steed spell and healed away from danger. Yeah, it's completely possible, David Crocker. Yeah. Yeah. If they would have done the attacks on him and taken him out, yeah. Again, I agree. I said in my video discussing it that like healing was a winning or a losing numbers game. When your enemy is hitting as hard as he was, it's not a good idea to heal in that moment because you're still losing the numbers game. You're not even breaking even. Like you're still like you used healing to then be low, and nothing happened to him. So. What's up, Purple Tiger? I wonder what his death boon will be. I hope it's nothing too powerful. But I also don't care. So like I say I hope, but like if they were like, it's freaking lay on hands, I'd be like, wow, that's super powerful, but sure. A bright glowing ethereal Tayor that he's riding. That's crazy. I agree. So everybody except for me and like 3 people thought the play was where the big fight was going to be. My hot take is everyone right in this Kona's house should have been given shield glyphs considering the difficulty of the mission. Yeah, they gave it to who got it? Julien got the shield glyph instead of Tayor. Tough. That's tough. I personally love the play scenes. It's all personal preference. Exactly. No, this is Patrick. Yeah, 100%. Healing is best for yo-yoing in combat. In 2014, 100%. In 2024, it can be more valid. It can be to actually heal in combat. It just depends on how much damage your opponents are able to put out and if you're going to get the upper hand and if you're going... Because again, like a level 1 cure wounds, let's assume you have a +3 to your stat, can be 19 points of healing. For a level 1... Cure wounds, 19 points of healing is your max with a +3. It's 20 if you have the +4. That's not terrible for a level 1 spell to get 20 points of healing. Because when you're using a level 1, like if the enemy's hitting for 6 a pop or something, you just gave yourself like 4 rounds of beating on this guy. The chat hurts. I know, Mr. Malicious, I know. It's just there's so much. What do you think is up with the River Dragon? Evidence of Azune's draconic lineage. Do we know if the old Oberdemian were dragon sources or there? I don't think we know that. I do think it's part of his lineage, 100%. I think there's some sort of relation. I do think he's a dragon sorcerer. What kind of character do you want Travis to play next? I don't really care. A marshal. I like him playing marshals, so I'm down with a monk. You know, I don't know if he'll ever do another barbarian since he was Grog, but I'd be fine with that too. A straight up fighter of some kind, also down with that. There's a lot of different variety he could go with it. Weapon masteries make some stuff fun. And the air above himself. I mean, it says like an unoccupied space you can see, I'm pretty sure, within a certain distance. I don't know if the air above you would like, you know. Hallbricks, that's a great question. I imagine they get punished. How much do the guys from Critical Role usually take for the backup, like in past campaigns, just to give you sessions so they come back? I don't know that it was always set. Good evening, everyone. I do want to say that when I asked who you thought would be the first player death, you did say Tayor would go first. I don't remember that, but I believe you because it makes me look good. I think the boon will be Sam to decide how it works. I thought he was saying that him and Brennan said him and Taylor would discuss it off camera themselves. Does it have a built-in cleave? If it was a great axe, I think great axe does have cleave. Yeah, if it was a great axe, I don't remember if it was, but I think it was. It has cleave. That is its weapon mastery. Action alternatives. I mean, bonus action healing is bonus action healing regardless, right? Are you looking forward to the new book from Darrington Press with the new classes? Like for the Daggerheart? I haven't played Daggerheart, so it doesn't really mean much to me personally. Also, guys, if you haven't already thumbs up the video, click that thumbs up down below. I'm going to take a moment. We're an hour 20 in to say my little spiel. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click the subscription button. It's free to do. It helps me out, and it'll get more of me in your feeds. Again, click that thumbs up button. Type something in the chat, even if it's just to say like, hey, Nerdcore, I hate you. Hey, Nerdcore, I love you. You're so handsome. Any of that stuff is fine just to get some engagement and get the algorithm going. We're doing bingo. We do bingo cards now as part of this. So by the end of the stream, in the last 10 or so minutes, I will post a link and then it will say generate. When you click generate, it will randomize all the bingo options. So you have a unique card. And then we have a channel in the Discord linked in the description of the video, where you can then post your images when you get bingo, when you want to just show your card that you got and stuff like that. Share that in there. It's fun. People have been doing a lot of that the last couple of weeks. So get in on the bingo. You can also make bingo suggestions down in the chat. Just put like bingo and then like your suggestion for what a spot could be, like somebody dies, somebody cries, there's a nat 20, right? Like anything like that, throw it in there. And Jaded is the person that has put it together, so shout out Jaded for the bingo. There's that channel in the Discord. If you want to support me continuing to do this full time, especially now that we are hitting a potentially 8-week break and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, consider becoming a member here on YouTube. It's $5 a month, so a cup of coffee cost per month to support me continuing to do this, or send some super chats. That's helpful as well. I also have a Patreon that's linked in the description as well. And that is my spiel. That's it. All right. I'm started out that Azune is from one of the lost houses since the reveal that dragons haven't been awake for millennia and Azune's people are largely forgotten. Yeah, so it might not be one of the lost houses now. Yeah, it could be something even older. Do you think there are clerics in the set, and considering there are no gods left? Yes, they're just different. The totality is the clerics. Dr. Talter was a cleric from the totality, JMO. Julien says, I'm hoping Travis's new character is another Sundered House PC that works against the houses. Him playing an Einfosn would be pretty epic in my opinion. Yeah, that's been suggested a couple of times. I want him to be from the Cloak. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll of, does someone else die tonight? Yes. No. I don't know. I just want to click something. All right, we got a poll above the chat. Go ahead and make your selection for whether or not you think somebody else dies tonight. Oh, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Oh yeah, guys, if you haven't already followed on Twitch or TikTok, if you're watching there, please follow. If you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime, which means you can subscribe for free. So consider subscribing to my Twitch, twitch.tv/nerdcoregg. Whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime for free. You lose nothing, and I make about $1.80. So consider doing that. I think he should go out of his comfort zone and play a full spellcaster who isn't a martial build. I don't care about people going out of their comfort zone. I can understand it, but like for me, I'd rather people play what they're going to enjoy, right? Rather than like, oh, I'm going to try something and then I'm just going to be miserable, right? Ladsy, yes, potentially 8 weeks, at least 7. They're not doing anything next week. Next week is off, then it's a 6-week Age of Umbra. So that's 7 right there. All that we don't know is, are they starting immediately after, or are they going to take a week off and then come back? Welcome back, Weber. MJ, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Tell Mara do that to find it. I think they have to find her specific stone, Einra. Lad, thank you for subscribing. Subscribing to the channel. And 7 Panish, thanks for following on Twitch. Let's get a bingo spot. Someone dying. Bandit Kitty, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I think Travis could be a really good full caster because he hasn't done that in a full campaign yet, right? No, he hasn't. Last week I voted that Thimble would be the one to die. I assumed her vulnerability to the shades would be a big problem and it never came up again. No, she just didn't have to fight anymore. I believe he's coming back with a player character, Mr. Logan. Yeah, it just when we don't know, but yes. Yo, what's up, Bull? Lurking tonight while hanging some frames in my apartment, but enjoying the pre-show so far. Thanks, Storm. See, appreciate it. Thank you. What's up, P-Wog? Bolaire's my number one character. Taylor was my second. Last week was Roller Coaster. Needs to say I'm anxious. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You're so handsome. Thanks, Nathan. Platonically love you. Thanks, Nathan. I've not been too chatty tonight. Too busy crocheting, multitasking his life right now. All good, Pico. Appreciate it. So Keons, you asked about the 8-week break. Hopefully you heard what I just said there. Yo, what's up, City Honors? Why haven't you tried Daggerheart yet? It's great. I just haven't. Like, I only have but so much time. I played 2 D&D games a week, and then, for instance, 2 weeks ago, I did D&D 5 times in 4 days. So, and not to mention, like, the people I play with don't play Daggerheart. So I would have to, like, go out of my way to play Daggerheart, and so I just haven't. That's basically it. If Critical Role wants to bring me on for a game of Daggerheart, I'll play. Luxor Life says, I think Thimble is going to get captured. Ooh. Oh, Kevin, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you for that. What's up, Prodigy? Thimble is on the chopping block. Why do you say that, Keons? I heard Hound of King for Travis's new PC. Sounds awesome. Yeah, that would be kind of nuts. I mean, it'd have to be a whole new character made. Like species. King Gus's advocate since to the group in the city was a hound. Yeah, again, I think it would be cool to have a hound as well. It would have to be very, very different. I see a lot of people asking 8 weeks. Hopefully you heard when I explained that.
What?
They got us Einra. Thank you. I think that is the same Einra. Oh, the night's been well. Welcome back, Webbers. Last week I voted Taylor and then cried for manifesting it. This week I'll vote no, so I won't feel guilty if it happens. That was a cold move that Matt made to keep his eye on the prize. Honestly, Benny, like, it made the most sense. I was not surprised at all. Didn't feel bad. Nothing. It was so well done. Because when you think about what Julien had, he had the ability to save his sister in that stone. He got the kill on the another Taconis, so he's 2 for 2 right there. And their primary mission is get Mara. So, and he knows to go that way for that. The only thing for Taylor was like, he came in here with us. It made complete sense that he would not go down into the depths in that situation. Yeah. I think Hannah die saving Thimble could be intense for Vaelus. That would be insane for Vaelus if that happens, but I would be so shocked if Hannon goes inside. I said that a lot earlier. I would be so shocked if Hannon goes inside. By the way, I don't know if this is just me or if it's just YouTube, but it is a bit behind. YouTube is behind? Have you tried refreshing? My internet did go down twice. Maybe that messed something up. But try refreshing if you feel like you're a little behind compared to. I think Thimble's going to be captured. So still right a symbol for the torn banner and has now died with Enfaz and Axe by his side. House Einfaz made trouble meeting the same fate as House Royce. House Einfaz is not as weak as Royce was. It would be a lot harder. I think it would be like a war. Like a straight up war. It wouldn't be the Royce situation. The Royces with the gate to Fairy closed, like they were weak. That's whatever all the houses were talking about. That makes sense, Astra, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Jada, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, nobody has claimed to be this person who joined the server, so I'm going to ban Uno Chateau.
What?
I'm going to ignore their friend request, and then I'm going to ban them. For those of you who are joining, if you do join the Discord, make sure you select actual plays as an option, or else you won't be able to see the bingo channel. Trishan, thank you for the subscription over there. Unknown Valor, thank you for the super chat, $5 super chat. Matt is teeing up character development post Tayor's death. Perhaps that also gives him a chance for that, where he's like, I was torn between these things, and I had to make this choice, but I think it was the right choice for him. Mitchell says, Nerdcore, which 3 lingering questions are you hoping they answer this week before they split into 3 tables? I'd love to know if Thiazi is actually Julien's shadow. I'd love to know whatever is between Julien and Thiazi that Azune knows about, and apparently Tayor also knew about, rest in peace. Those are the two that pop into my mind. Also, welcome in, Unknown. If Travis' new character was to be tangentially associated with another PC, who would you like to see Travis interact with? Anybody, really. I don't know that I have like a particular one in mind. I don't know how Thimble can survive going back in by just having a high stealth and not running into anybody. I'm not traumatized at all. Taylor was the second to last on my character appreciation list. Totally fair. What's up, Sir Nerd-a-Lot? Maybe Hound the King who can wild shape into human. Boo. I don't like that. Leave the hounds alone. Let them be the hounds. Didn't open the doors. Yeah, I agree, Huff. I was kind of glad that it didn't open the doors. I think Thimble going back to the manor is super dangerous. Hopefully she doesn't stay long. I don't think she will. Bone Dragon with a $5 super chat says, I am Tayor. Drink of my fruits. Long may I roar. Too soon? I mean, he and the thing was like, yo, Bound Bob, thanks for becoming a member. Let's go. Is that a re-up or is that a first timer? Thank you. He and the thing was saying like, I am Tayor. Then he said, I was Tayor. Somebody else has said that in the comments a while back, and I thought that was so funny. He was like, only Tayor was Tayor. It was like, rest in peace, dude. I asked this on your Twitch. What is your favorite recorded stream D&D campaign? My favorite is Crown of Candy from Mission 20, but Sierra 4 campaign is impressing me a lot. Dark, thanks for following on Twitch. I really do liked Natural 6 from what I had seen of it before I fell out. And I would say campaign 1 or 2 probably from Critical Role. Even though I have probably watched more of this already than those, that was more my style, I think. Do you have any interest in Neon Odyssey when it comes out? I'd be interested in a space opera. Like, I think it'd be fun to jump in and play something in it. Like, even if it's just like a short thing. Poll is tied. Oh, let me take a look. Matt Lemming and Thimble going back both made so much sense. I'm scared for her, though. That's totally fair, Jane. I think she's, because of her stealth, she's not going to find anything and she's going to leave. I think Travis would get sick of everyone saying, oh, yeah, if he was a hound, everybody would say, oh, you're a good boy. I don't know, Mortos. Especially on mobile. Oh, that makes sense. Apparently enough people gave Laura flack for encouraging it that Travis suggested. Yeah, I did see that. Hey, and Boundless hits me with Twitch Prime over on Twitch. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at this poll real quick. Yeah, 40%. Oh, never mind. No is 40% for no, 38% for yes, and 22% for I don't know. I just want to click something for whether or not someone else dies tonight. Vote in the poll at the top of the main YouTube chat. 15 to 20 second delay on YouTube. Dang, that's tough. So I don't know why Travis went after the Three Sisters. Really felt like he only did because he was pulled by Thimble. I don't agree with that. I was pretty adamantly that I didn't feel that he was pushed that hard. Like, yeah, she was like, oh, it could be the sisters, but he also made that connection. And then he came out on his thing and said that he didn't think like he was going to make the decision. And yes, people will say that like he's just defending his wife and that's just whatever. People are going to have their opinions on it. People interpreted it differently. Did she want him to do it? Yes. Did I feel like she was like forcing him or really pressuring him strongly? I personally did not feel that way. Even when I rewatched that part to make sure I didn't feel that way. And I think he made that choice. It played out the way that it did. He then in the fireside chat was like, she didn't do that to me. I made that decision on my own. Like nobody can tell me what to do, yada, yada, yada. So that's my stance on it. That's his stance on it. People cannot believe it. And that's totally fair. Like people are like, he's defending his wife's honor. And that's all it is. Fine. I posted a video about it. So if you guys haven't already seen that Travis Willingham addressed his death and people saying that like Laura forced him to do it. I posted a video on it. So feel free to watch that. I posted it yesterday. So. With a clip where he talks about it. More about whatever the book. Yeah, what they didn't say it was a book, did they? Did they say it was a book, Chase? But yeah, the Jotun something whatever that the Einfossil look. I'm also interested. It sounds like something related to the Giants. That's Giants all the way through. Did you have a review for episode 30? I missed. Yeah, I posted a review. No, a recap. Yes, there's a recap, and then I posted like 4 videos about that episode. I did a recap, and then I did a couple other things. I talked about how he gave some major choices in that episode. I think there was like 3 major choices that I talked about. Julien's, Vaelus's, Tayor's. And then I did a video with the recap. I did a video talking about Tayor's death. I did a video talking about the new mechanic, the death boons, which did not do very well. And then I did one talking about Travis defending Laura. So bad for Travis. I feel like he was just cursed with bad rolls. Oh yeah, his character 100%. He had a very, very bad streak of rolls. I mean, throughout like the whole campaign, like he was just not rolling very well. Wick shares the same light that I do. I mean, they both like have power through the light. Like he does radiant damage and has that healing ability and stuff like as a paladin. So I'm guessing that. In regards to Laura and Travis, I thought it was a cute marital interaction. I'm pretty sure my husband also equated going to Pottery Barn with dying back in the day. Who would you most like to interview next from the cast of Critical Role? Matt, Brennan, Laura, I would honestly, Murray would be up there pretty high for me right now. Because I'm trying to think of people that I think will actually talk to me about D&D versus just like randoms. I don't know. I think this is not a brag in any way, shape, or form. I think I'm one of the biggest Critical Role YouTubers. And I'm not talking about clips channels. There's like a channel or a couple that like they don't make content around it. They just post clips or like do videos of the episodes. Like there's no voice, there's no anything. It's just that I'm not including them because yeah, there are some of those are big, but like they don't make content, right? Like that. No shade to them, but that's not what we're talking about. But I can't get a daggone shot with these people, man. They went on this whole press tour again for Vox Machina and everything. I can't get them. I can't get them. I haven't gotten a response on anything. Much about 5 episodes, natural 6. Yeah, well, they're also getting used to it, but it picks up, and I think the people are cool and they do a good job, and it's fun. Then we'll find Tayor's dead body. I don't think she's going to leave quietly. She wasn't that attached to him, to be fair, you know, and I don't know that she really has a choice, so I'm not sure. How long is C4 going to be? We have no idea, Dark. We have no idea. Would you recommend it? It's very different, Fletcher Wolf on TikTok. Campaign 4 is very different than the other campaigns. I will tell you that much. You think we'll see Travis's new character today? No. Doesn't mean that they're not going to surprise us, but no, I don't think so. Who deserves to kill Primus Taconis more, Julien or Kattigan? Kattigan. I mean, I think that those were the Gnome Sisters. Personally. I didn't even realize, but it's far less than the honest mind. I'm a married man. Lloyd, I think she bears some responsibility. I think Travis is going to do something dumb no matter. It's possible, yeah. Everyone could have gone to just to get... Well, he also pointed out that one of the reasons he did it is because they were introduced to a mechanic that was said to be harder if they stuck together. That it would be easier to do that mechanic if they were split up. And so he was like, I'm going to do that. Mitchell says, what do you think happened between Tyranny and Julien that caused Bolaire to snap her brawl? I will tell you that Whitney Moore as Tyranny is playing it up as if there's something sexual. I will say that. she made a comment about like, what's up with you and butt stuff, and like some other comments that lead me to believe she's at least positioning it as like there was something sexual, whether she was just a witness to it, whether she was a part of it, I don't know. But that's what I think happened with that. Benny, I don't think what you're saying, they're bringing a new character. I don't think he's coming in this week. I like the idea that there are just some huge wild bovines wandering around Passatar. I'm with it. Yeah, Zolver. I mean, the roles were just bad in general. I mean, almost this whole campaign. Sam would be a great interview. I'd love to talk to him. Absolutely love it. Travis had 2 or 3 options to choose from where to go, but it didn't matter what he chose. He rolled so bad. But the thing is, he didn't roll. Like, again, he rolled a 13 on something that a 15 is a success. Now, I get it. You can. Brennan has never once throughout like this whole campaign been like, a fail is a fail. He's been like, ooh, a fail by this much is this bad. A nat 1 is this bad. But like, I was kind of shocked that a 13 led him into the situation that he got in. But it's also, he was very clear throughout a lot of it. You can walk into scenarios that are not scaled for you. And that's just the way it is. And that seems to be what happened. Again, and people pointed out, there is a world where he wins. He can make some better choices. They cannot heal. This could. So it's not even that like he was guaranteed to be dead. There is a world where he makes it out. Also, we got the bingo link. If you guys would like to do the bingo, I'm going to put in the chat a couple times. You go there. When you click that link here, I'll put it up on the screen real quick. So when you go here, you click the link and you will get this. When you click generate card and it randomizes all the spots. You see Speak with Dead is used, unconventional game mechanic, only Tayor is or was Tayor, a nat 1. Somebody says it, or I'm assuming that Brennan says incredible, but a ... A cocked dice, all these. And if you go back, right, if I come back up and I click it and go again, oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. Hold on. Boom. Generate card, and now it's randomized them again, right? Like this spot was something else. So you can do that, do your bingo. It's there in the chat. I'll also post it again in a bit. And then there's a channel in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, it's linked in the description. There is a channel dedicated to the bingo. All right, I just removed the embed from your thing so people click the link correctly. Oh, I didn't turn that off. Hold on. Let's do that. Swap it. Bingo. So here you go. There's a channel dedicated to it with the links in it, and I will unpin last week's and pin this week, so you guys can also join the Discord and get it there as soon as I find the freaking pin message. But you can see people were sharing them, what they had gotten. Got a bingo here. We got bingos there at the end of the episode. Lots of people's different bingo cards in here, so feel free to join the Discord, share your bingo. We already got one right here. For somebody, you can screenshot, post it in there, do all that stuff. There you go. If you had to pick someone to die tonight, who would it be? Oh, I don't want to pick somebody to die. Tyranny. Hey, Benny, thank you for the $2 super chat. What do we got? Oh, was it on the other chat? Oh, it was. Benny, I didn't know you're on the, there's a whole full screen stream as well. Oh, it didn't come with a message or anything. But thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. I did forget to link it. But if you click on my page, there's a full screen version of my stream with 340 people in it. But you can see all the chats around as well, so. Do we think that we will have to wait until campaign 5 or at least season 2 of the Mighty Nine to get the animated series? If there is one, I don't know. What do you think would have happened if someone had said the statue waking phrase with to come to man? I think it was a missed opportunity for the party. Did they come into contact with some statues?
What?
Petty, thank you for that follow on Twitch. If they did, then like, you know, I'm intrigued. But if they didn't, then I don't think it would have done anything. Oberum's Manor is a bad place. There are not many rooms in that house that aren't death traps. That's also pretty valid, yeah. I like the idea of Travis coming in as a cleric, a tank cleric. Also, I'm expecting the hallowed round to be a mess tonight. I could see him as a cleric. I'd be open to that. Yeah. One of the players mentioned bingo card last week. Yeah, they mentioned it for, I guess there's also bingo in Beacon. Because somebody else has brought that up and then they did, and I don't think it was from this stream. I think it was from, I think they do it in Beacon. Yeah. Dang, why Tyranny? I think there have been enough misses for me with her that's just the one. Like, again, I said I didn't like want to necessarily pick, but if you're like, all right, we'll pick somebody, that's just where my mind went. Yeah.
What?
Hey, peace out, Kelly.
I don't get this.
Comfy Villain, thanks for the follow. I don't want any PCs to die, but if you're Hal, will bite the dust. Ooh. Very good pregame show for all of us critters. I'm glad you enjoy it, Benny. I think it could be up to 3 deaths, but hoping for you think 3 people could die. Sheesh. Yes, Gorbash. Yes. Mighty 9 is on Amazon Prime. Yeah, and Mighty 9 and Legend of Vox Machina. I was talking about the Bell's Hells thing. I don't think has been like confirmed for that. I don't think C3 will get a TV show. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is I don't think that's been confirmed in any way. But it could, because like again, if Mighty 9 and Vox Machina continue to be super successful for Amazon Prime, they might be like, let's just freaking do it and see what happens. Because even if people didn't love the campaign as much, they'll probably still try the animated show. And all the people who don't actually watch Critical Role, who do watch the show on Amazon Prime, will probably still tune into it. So. Bard Travis? Ooh, that would be interesting. I don't see it, though. I think it's really funny. So many people went to the hallowed round while everyone at the Daconis Manor is struggling. Yeah. Tyranny's sister's also waiting outside the store for her to return with proof of the dead cat. No, she sent them back to tell the Photarch that the deed was done, right? Or did that not work? And so they just like waited outside for, yeah, I think you're right. Like she only convinced one of them, I think. Even though Thaisha's Billy's favorite character, she has something to say story-wise. Can't see her falling. Maybe she can be captured or something. Maybe. Yet it says, instead of having Travis gone from the table until he gets a new character, I think it would be fun if they do a side story of him trying to reach the Beast Folk afterlife. As like the cold open or something. Tyranny's in real danger once they find out she got Kattigan out of there and that the Taylors are dead. Very true, Kelly. Very true. Have you ever DM'd a TPK? No. I had never even been TPK'd until this past year, and the same DM TPK'd us twice. They were both fights that we had very little chance to win, and they were very obnoxious, and it was just kind of like, you know. But yes, I got my first TPK, and then probably 6 months later, I got TPK'd again by the same Dungeon Master. It was brutal. How long do you think it'll be before we see Travis's new character? A while. We're about to go on a 7 or 8 week break, and then it's probably going to be a couple episodes after that, so. Down with the Sickness. It's a good song. Should love a rogue for Travis. That could be cool. If they rewrite the slow parts, it'll be fine. I mean, they've done that with everything, right? Like they've kind of altered and changed and sped up and slowed down different parts to match the various things. So yeah. Travis should come back as Julian's shadow. Season 4 was the best one of Vox Machina. Yeah, it was very good. The freaking final episode was phenomenal. Something they went to. Exactly, Daniel. Yeah. And it was the same thing. I thought somebody asked about something else too, like a show or a movie with something else, and he basically said the same thing, right? He's just like, can't confirm anything. We want to do all this stuff, but that's it. C3 was still popular, right? It was still very popular. It was just less popular than 1 and 2. But at the same time, 2 in particular was like their peak, their height, like COVID halfway through, you know? So yeah. Bar Travis, I instantly imagined Grog pretending to be Scanlan. Oh me, oh my, so many views, but a third of the likes. Don't forget to smash that like button. Yeah, guys, if you're watching, you haven't already clicked the thumbs up button under the video player. I think it's right over there. Go and click that thumbs up button. What are y'all's theories on Tentazi Woods? I just think that now there's an anchor on the edge of the woods and the lake. Team Rocket level competence is fantastic. I love that. I think I'd be... Oh, Vaelus too. Yeah. If someone has to die, yeah, I'd probably be down for Vaelus too. She confused me a lot. And I feel like Vaelus still lacks an identity. She had such a strong one out the gate. That went away. She became something else. And then she got the opportunity to do what she was set out to from the beginning. Turns it down. And then the guy that, like, she's there who just committed to helping her find everything and restore her family to, all this... And then he's like, hey, do you want to come with me since you lied to me? And she's like, nah. Like, Vaelus has just been all over the place. All over the place. Who would be the person you least want to die? Julien. Murray. Hal is somebody that now I don't... Like, in the Overture, he's my least liked. And now I'm kind of like, I don't really want him to die. I'm hopeful for a new character called Open tonight, maybe where he learns of Theozi's death. As in, like, a Travis new character, Cold Open? And thank you for the $5 super chat, Nathan. Thank you. It's going to be a break? Yeah. There's going to be... Because they're doing Age of Umbra for 6 weeks. And they're not doing an episode next week. They're taking a week off before Age of Umbra. So, that's 7 weeks alone. 6 weeks of Age of Umbra and that. Can wake you up there. Yeah, it wasn't that though, David. Maybe I'll tell you the story sometime of those 2 fights. One in particular was like, what are we doing here? It was against an Aboleth that was like mind controlling our 2 big hitters. Like, it was a hard DC. And when we dropped in to fight it, it was into a 90-foot wide pool of water that every other round, the layer action was like a DC 19 paralyze. So basically you try to dash on your turn to swim out of it. Difficult terrain, by the way, 90 feet difficult terrain because you don't have swim speed. And then it would stun you at the start of every other turn. And so you're just out there just getting beat up while 2 of your big hitters are like mind control. It was ridiculous. It was like, what are we doing? But that's a story for another time. I was the only character who was actually escaping. I had got all the way to the door, but it was a TPK and we weren't going to keep going with the campaign. So I just turned around and ran back in and died. Okay, that's what it was, Chase, yeah. Can't get past episode 34 with C3. I just watched their monthly recaps to the end. Yeah, that's another thing, is just do the abridged, right? That's another way to catch up. I have Hannah dying to save Thimble. You think so, PB? I don't think he's going to go inside. I've said that a lot throughout this, so I'm sorry for everybody who is hearing me say it for the umpteenth time, but if he knows Mara got out, he's not going inside. His whole purpose was to get Mara. So there's no reason for him to go in to potentially save some lion man he knows nothing about. Campaign 4 would be a great animated show. It'd be a good change of pace. Are there animated shows that are like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings style? Because that's what this would be, right? It's like following multiple groups at the same time and all that. I agree. It could be very good. More of a drama almost in a lot of ways. Yeah, here, let me post again if you guys haven't already looked at the bingo. We do have new bingo this week. So make sure you grab your bingo cards and join the Discord to post it. You click that, it'll say generate bingo card. It'll randomize the options we have for this week. Shout out Jaded for doing that. And you got that. Who do we think is the strongest paladin now that Tayor is gone? I mean, you have a paladin level 4 or 5, and then you have somebody who's like mostly sorcerer. But I think the mostly sorcerer is better. Oofdad over on Twitch, first time chatter, says, how much power does free spell slots give Hal and Thaisha? What is it? They have it's a chance, isn't it? Like there's a chance of spell slots return while in the hallowed round. I feel like it wasn't like a guarantee. I could be wrong though. I think that, yeah, no, that's solid. I mean, being able to potentially like throw out your best damage dealing spell or best like crowd control spell and then like get the slot back, fantastic. Numbers for that. Exactly, Steven. Yeah, I agree. I feel like Vaelus is slowly building towards a druid multi-class. A lot of people have started to talk about that, Tech 7, 100%, because of all the like picking up flowers and like breaking away from her oath. People are like, is she gonna be an oath breaker? Is she gonna switch? Like, what's going on with that? I could see that. The only good moment that Vaelus had was her introduction, in my opinion. It was her strongest. Yeah. Quite a few people think Hannon is going to go in and try to save Thimble and potentially die, Jonathan. What do you think Hal's attunement to the Hallowed Round will do for him? I assume it's more just the general bonus performance checks and the... Yeah, I think it's been explained. I feel like Vaelus came out as dark and brooding and the Ashley's shining personality. Well, she wasn't shining. She just got soft, in my opinion. And then she started to develop a new personality in this, like the Convergence, that I was like, okay, at least there's stuff going on. Like I enjoyed everybody from the Seekers more in the Convergence than I did the entire arc of the Seekers. But then she's still so confusing with the stuff she does and the choices she makes and all that. The attitude references. No, I agree, Mag. During the overture, I didn't like Hal at all. And then he rose up a little bit during the Schemers. And then for most of the Convergence, he's been fine. The whole play scene, I don't love what we've gotten with the play so far. I think it's been convoluted and like a lot of Brennan talking and trying to explain this stuff and all that. And like, it's not my favorite. So I do hope we kind of move past the play, right? We've had the play going for 2 episodes now. Let's wrap it up. I haven't seen the first Age of Umbra, but I'm excited to see the season. I like Zach the Bold's video, so seeing him as a cast member is awesome. Nice. Heck yeah. He just followed me last week. Also, Neil Newbon followed me on Instagram yesterday. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Do you think that if you ignored Vaelus' personality at the beginning and considered her only by her new motivations, you like her better? I don't know that I would like her better. I would just not have something to compare it to be like, I liked that more. If that makes sense, right? Like, I still think I'd probably feel similar about her. I would just be like, not being like, oh, I preferred the old version. And that's totally fair, Stephanie. Heck yeah, it's totally fair. I swear I've watched the first 5 episodes like 6 times, gotten no further. That's fair, Astray. The smallest extent Castlevania was like this, especially in seasons 3 and 4. Okay. Now I'm trying to catch up because I know we're going cold open predictions. Thinking Thimble looking for Tayor. I could see that, Spamuel. 100% I could see that. And then she doesn't find him and she leaves. I think Vaelus is really confusing because she herself is confused. That's fair. Yeah, it's totally fair. How do you think Occtis will react when Wick tells him that his eldest twin sisters were laying the moves on Wick? I'm curious if he will, but that would be funny because that was pretty interesting. Almost napped through the pre-show. Well, welcome in, Rabid. This is the end of it, though. Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah. Zach followed me. Neil Newbon also did, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, this is it. I'm going to post again the bingo. Join the Discord if you want to participate in the bingo, or just play on your own. That's fine too. But there's the bingo cards. They're in the chat. I'll post it on the other one as well. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for all that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, click the subscription button. It's free. Engage with my content, watch the videos. It means a lot. Become a member if you want to support me doing this full time, especially now that we're hitting a long break and I got to figure out how to pay my bills. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Enjoy the show. See you in the Discord. Again, link down below. There's a Critical Role live chat channel as well, where we all talk during it and go, what was that moment? That was insane. What did they say? All those things happen. So feel free to jump in there and do that. Appreciate you guys as always.